Okay, so I'm recording for my education project, the 14th one, and I think after the big assignment that we did with learning something to higher levels and having to teach someone else about it, I think the way it could inform my teaching, especially, would be pretty important with just patience in general, because a lot of teachers that I've seen, a lot of the teachers that my classmates have had are kind of just like, oh, if this kid has like something to fidget with or something that they seem distracted with, it's the disrespectful thing. It's like, no, it's not intentional to be disrespectful. It's just that this helps me focus and it helps us get work done. And I think it's important and it'll help assist my teaching because by understanding why students fidget with things, make certain like faces or certain actions, that'll help me understand how I can make the class most comfortable for them, functional for me and them both, and especially like teaching students, okay, if you see somebody doing this, don't do this, this, and this. Do this instead. So it's kind of more like if you cover this with any subject in school, I think it's going to be very important, especially since I talked about like students with disabilities, people who can't really sit still, people who have to move around with their hands or with their legs. It's important that it's accepted in the teaching community because it's not a sign of disrespect, it's a sign of this is a new place for me and I might not be comfortable with it yet, but it's something that I'm willing to work with. But I need the teacher to be not only okay with this, but to understand why I'm doing this. And it's, how would I say this? To have a teacher that supports your needs and your actions of like if you need something to fidget with or anything else you want to use with your hands, it really helps a lot. It's like, okay, this is weird. It's something good for me to do instead of being told, hey, put that thing away, or like, hey, you can't have that in class, put it away. It's important that students and everybody else get the important message that, it's okay to be nervous in a new environment. And it'll assist me, especially in my teaching of like a new subject like math or reading or really any subject. But a subject needs to be not easy, but simple enough that children can understand it is something that's very important. And that's making them feel comfortable and having them understand that making mistakes is okay. And oftentimes they're not okay with making mistakes. And fidgets help them kind of release all the tension and energy up and out instead of exploding and having like problems with the other students or with the teacher. And if there's less problems with the teachers and the students, then you can get more learning done just as efficiently. And it'll also be a lot easier to cover all the bases that need to be covered in class. But I think that's about it.